You've probably seen people posting about flying business class to Europe for basically free, or getting a round trip to Japan covered by points, and you're sitting there wondering what card they actually have. Well, this video breaks that down. 5 specific credit cards ranked with the exact welcome bonuses, the earning rates, and the stuff the fine print doesn't make obvious. And I'll tell you right now, the card I'm saving for last is the one most people either overlook or completely underestimate, and it's probably the one that fits the most people watching this. If you're new here, I'm Stickman Dad. I go over the stuff someone probably should have sat you down and explained a long time ago, but never did. If that sounds like your kind of thing, go ahead and hit subscribe now. There's a lot more of this coming. Starting with number 5, the Capital One Venture Rewards Card. Not the Venture X, just the regular Venture. And look, this one is simple. You earn 75,000 miles after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months, which comes out to roughly $750 in travel value. The earning rate is 2 times miles on every single purchase, which is genuinely solid for a flat rate card, and you get 5 times on hotels and rental cars when you book through Capital One Travel. The annual fee is $95. Now here's where this card shines. The redemption strategy is dead simple. You don't need to learn transfer partners. You don't need to figure out airline alliances or sweet spots. You just book any travel purchase, use your miles as a statement credit against it, and you're done. That's it. If the idea of transferring points to airlines sounds confusing or like too much work, this card gives you solid value without any of that complexity. The upside is smaller, but the effort is basically zero. One thing worth knowing, Capital One doesn't follow Chase's strict application rules around how many cards you've opened recently. So if you've been opening a lot of cards lately and you're worried about getting denied elsewhere, Capital One is generally more flexible on that front. It's a good entry point into travel rewards, and the welcome bonus alone covers a decent domestic round trip. Now number 4, and this is where things start getting interesting, the Capital One Venture X. Same family, completely different card. The welcome offer here is worth up to $750. But between the $300 annual travel credit and the 10,000 anniversary miles you get every year just for renewing, the $395 annual fee is almost entirely offset before you even think about points. The earning rates are 2 times miles on everything, 5 times on flights through Capital One Travel, and 10 times on hotels and rental cars through that same portal. The thing is, this card used to be one of the best deals in the lounge access space. You could bring guests into Capital One lounges and Priority Pass locations for free. That changed in February 2026. As of February 1st, 2026, the Priority Pass membership that comes with this card no longer includes complimentary guest access. Complimentary guest access at Capital One's own lounges was also eliminated. Bringing a guest in now requires a per-person fee. Primary cardholders still get in free, no problem, but if you're traveling with a partner or family, that's something you need to factor in now. It doesn't kill the card's value, but it's a real change, and you should know about it going in. The beginner move here. Make sure you book at least 1 trip a year through Capital One's travel portal to use that $300 annual credit before it resets. That alone keeps the effective annual fee low enough that the math works in your favor without much effort. Okay, number 3, the Amex Platinum. And I want to be real with you about this one, because the headline number sounds incredible. We're talking personalized offers up to 150,000 to 175,000 points, which at transfer value is roughly $3,500 in travel. That is the biggest raw number on this entire list. But here's the catch. The annual fee recently jumped to $895, and the earning rates are 5 times on flights booked directly with airlines or through Amex Travel, 5 times on prepaid hotels through Amex Travel, and then 1x on literally everything else. So unless you're booking a lot of flights and prepaid hotels, most of your day-to-day spending earns the lowest possible rate. This card makes sense if you're a heavy traveler who will actually use the credits. There's a lot of them, and you're chasing that massive welcome bonus. But for most people, the effort to reward ratio is the worst on this list. You're paying nearly $900 a year, and you need to be pretty intentional about extracting value from all those built-in perks to justify it. The one move that almost nobody does before applying: check your personalized offer directly on Amex's website before you go anywhere else. It only triggers a soft credit check, so it costs you nothing to look, and your personalized offer could be significantly higher than whatever public offer is showing. Also, if you already have the Amex Gold, Amex often blocks the welcome offer on the Platinum for people who've held the smaller card in the same family, so check that before you apply. Now, number 2, the Amex Gold. The welcome offer is up to 100,000 membership rewards points after spending $8,000 in 6 months, which is worth roughly $2,000 when you transfer to airline and hotel partners. That's the biggest dollar value of any mid-tier card on this list. The earning rates are genuinely excellent for everyday spending. 4 times at restaurants, 4 times at U.S. supermarkets up to $25,000 a year, and 3 times on flights booked directly or through Amex Travel. Here's the thing about the annual fee. The sticker price is $325, but if you actually use the credits that come built into the card, the effective fee drops to around $21. There's Uber Cash, a dining credit, a Dunkin' credit, and if those fit your actual life, this card pays for itself before you even touch the points. That's a genuinely good deal. The catch is that the Amex Gold only makes sense if you'll use those credits. If you don't use Uber, if you don't eat out much, if the dining credit doesn't fit your habits, then you're paying more than you should for a card that's supposed to be offset by those perks. And one more thing, if you already have the Amex Platinum, Amex often blocks the Gold's welcome offer, so check your eligibility before you apply. Now the card I've been saving. Here's why I put it first. The Chase Sapphire Preferred. On paper, 75,000 points sounds smaller than the Platinum's up to 175,000 or the Gold's 100,000. It genuinely is a smaller number, but this is the one I'd actually point most people toward, and here's why. The earning rates are strong across the board. 5 times on travel booked through Chase Travel, 3 times on dining, 3 times on online groceries and select streaming, 3 times on gas and EV charging, and 2 times on all other travel. The annual fee is just $95, a fraction of what the Gold or Platinum charge. And the reason this card has the best effort to reward ratio on this entire list is simple. There are no complicated monthly credits to track, no portals you have to remember to use, no subscriptions you need to maintain just to break even on the fee. You get the points, you use them, and the value is there from day one. The most important thing to know about this card, and this is the thing that trips people up, is that Chase has what's called a 524 rule. Chase won't approve you if you've opened 5 or more credit cards across all banks within the past 24 months. That includes cards from other issuers like American Express, Capital One, Citi, and Bank of America. So if you're planning to get more than one card this year, get this one first. Once you're over that threshold, Chase will automatically deny you, and there's no workaround. And the beginner tip that makes the biggest difference: don't redeem your points as a flat statement credit. Transfer them to an airline or hotel partner instead. That's where the real value lives. 75,000 Chase points redeemed as cash back is worth about $750. Transferred to the right airline partner for a business class flight, that same number of points can be worth 2, 3, even 4 times that, depending on how you use them. So even with the smallest raw bonus of the top 3 cards on this list, the Chase Sapphire Preferred earns the top spot. Lowest fee, no homework required, and a straightforward path to real value from the very first year. So to recap, the Venture Rewards is your simple, no-strategy entry point. The Venture X is premium lounge access plus solid earning. Just know the guest policy changed. The Amex Platinum is the biggest number, but the worst ratio for most people. The Amex Gold is the best mid-tier earner if the credits actually fit your life. And the Chase Sapphire Preferred is the best overall card on this list, not because it has the biggest bonus, but because it gives you the most value for the least effort. If this helped, drop a comment below telling me which card you're going for. It genuinely helps the channel, and I read every single one. And if you know someone who's been wanting to get into travel points but has no idea where to start, send them this. This is exactly the video you'd want someone to hand you before you picked the wrong card and wasted a welcome bonus on something that didn't fit your life.